Hey there, Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading for the week of July 1st. This week I go live every single day at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if you want to catch me live, make sure to subscribe, hit the bell notification icon, and you will catch me live. But Sagittarius, let's see here. Your overall energy for the week is that of the Hierophant. Part of me feels like your week is just being, this card kind of just says that your week is being divinely guided. So like the universe is kind of taking the wheel this week and kind of guiding you towards the things you want. I do feel like there is a lot of learning going on. I don't know what it is. I really don't. I could blame it on the Mercury retrograde and also Saturn and Capricorn, but that's a different story. But the retrograde, we do typically learn things during retrogrades. Of course, we go back over things and learn new things. So I do feel like that could be possible. For others, this could be you changing your beliefs. So this came up for like 3 different signs this week so far. So it wouldn't really surprise me if, obviously there's some sort of something going on in this chart. Again, I've talked about this before as well. Neptune and Pisces kind of can change our beliefs. It can change the way we look at things. And so I feel like a lot of you could just be changing your beliefs. Very simple. You start off with the 9 of Spades. 9 of Spades represents a temporary blessing in disguise. I only say that when it shows up with a 5. You have 2 5s in your reading here. So when I have 2 5s especially, this definitely can represent a temporary blessing in disguise. Kind of a simple message. It can just say that maybe you went through some sort of difficulty, or it could be a good thing as well that you went through. It doesn't have to be bad. And it could just say that now, like during the retrograde, you are seeing how something you went through or some sort of challenge you went through, or again, how something happened was kind of like, given to you by the universe, Hierophant, and was something that maybe change the way you look at things, or you could just be seeing how it's a temporary blessing in disguise. I'd also say whenever I get this card, I always say it's an amazing card for any type of temporary situation, like especially temporary jobs, part-time work, client work, anything like that. If you do anything like that for work, it's a very good card, and it can represent a part-time job turning into a full-time job. So if you need a job, don't be afraid to take something part-time. Next you have the 5 of Diamonds, so I love it. Very good for settlements. Even it's really good if you're like selling a house as well, or if you're selling anything expensive like a car, a house, a boat, something expensive like that. It could represent a sale. If you're in sales, it's a very good card as well. Other than that, this is my Just Do It card, so anything you're thinking about doing, just do it with this card here. Next, you have the King of Clubs. I feel like this is you showing up in a very strong position. So again, it puts you in a position of power and strength. I would say that your only challenge here with this card is what other people think. Even in your challenge position, you have the 10 of Hearts, which can represent the people around you being a challenge. King of Clubs feels like people are looking at him, right? And so this could be you. It's funny that on this card, there are a bunch of faces looking at him. So it says that he is confused about what he wants to do with his life because he feels like he has to like please other people, or he feels like he's being judged by other people. So this card says, just stop caring what other people think, because that's like the only thing that will hold you back this week. Next, again, 10 of Hearts in your challenge position. 10 of Hearts is the people around us, so it could say again maybe you are worried too much about what other people think, and this card just says stop, basically worrying about what other people think. This could also say that you've had problems in the past with loyalty in relationships. This is the card of loyalty, somebody who is loyal to you. When it comes up in the challenge position, it can say you've had loyalty issues in love relationships, but it could also be other types of relationships as well, that you've had problems with people, who maybe lied to you, or maybe they don't, maybe they're just not loyal. Or the other thing is maybe you put in a lot into relationships and the people you're in relationships with don't put anything in. Your solution is the 4 of Hearts. Number 1, this could definitely represent new love coming in for you here. Yeah, I'd say that it'd probably start off as communication. I always tell people, don't be afraid that we're about to enter into a retrograde. If you want to date, date. Don't let retrogrades control your life. I always say that. The other thing is like during a retrograde, it just means that things will be different after the retrograde. That doesn't have to be a bad thing. I've known so many people that have gotten into relationships in retrogrades that are still together today. Like that started years ago. I know people that have gotten married during retrogrades. I know people that have met during retrograde, gotten married, and they're still married today for like many years later. So again, don't let retrogrades control your life, especially if you're wanting love. This could just represent starting off slow. 7 of Diamonds is just a card of communication. You can just say that if you're getting into something, you could just be communicating slowly or kind of like waiting to build it up and all this other stuff. This could also represent a new job, by the way, as well. So if you're having a hard time with work, this could be very positive. Seven of Diamonds card of profit, so it could say that you're getting a job that pays you a lot more. And finally, your outcome is the Five of Hearts. Yeah, Five of Hearts is just the birth of something new. A lot of people got this message of birth. It doesn't necessarily mean a baby. It could for some of you, but for others, for most of you, it's just like going through a birthing process. It's like, you know, during birth, it's like the baby has to squeeze out, basically, right? There's no other way to say it. And the Five of Hearts just says you are going through a squeeze right now, or you have been going through some sort of squeeze in your life for a while now. But the good news is, when we get a birth card like this, it says that you are kind of coming out the other side into a beautiful new world, basically. For others, can represent jealousy at work, or jealousy or gossip from people. I always say Five of Hearts, jealousy to be ignored. Like I said, your only challenge this week is probably other people, so it doesn't really surprise me to see that Five of Hearts. I would just say ignore it and it will go away. But other than that, looks like a pretty good week for you. So thank you for watching and enjoy your week.